Today we discuss the gating system. Gating system means all the passages through which molten metal enters the mold cavity. So molten metal enters the mold cavity. That means it includes the pouring cup, sprue, gate, runner, riser, sprue base. The manner in which molten metal enter the mold has a great impact on the quality of the casting produced. So the gating system should be carefully designed and produced. Gating system should prevent the formation of oxide, slag, dross, etc. So now the elements of a gating system. The first element for the gating system is pouring cup or pouring basin. The main role of pouring basin: molten metal is poured into a pouring basin which acts as a reservoir from which it moves smoothly into the sprue, and the pouring basin is also able to stop the slag from entering the mold cavity by means of a skimmer. And this is the vertical portion that is known as the sprue, and it is the channel through which molten metal is brought into the parting plane, where it enters the runners and then gates. And sprue are conical in shape because the molten metal, when moving from top of the cope to the parting plane, gains in velocity, so requires a smaller area of cross section for the same amount of metal to flow at the bottom. And the next part, that is the sprue base valve. This is a reservoir for metal at the bottom of the sprue to reduce the momentum of the molten metal. And the next part is runner. It is generally located in the horizontal plane or parting plane, which connects the sprue to its ingates, and runner extension is provided to trap the slag in the molten metal. The next part are the gate. These are the opening through which molten metal enters the mold cavity. So here is the mold cavity in which we produce the casting, and from the gate the molten metal enters the mold cavity through the gate from the runner. So here we can see molten metal that starts to enter through the pouring cup, then through the sprue, and from the runner, and through gates it goes towards the mold cavity. And the next part here, as we can see, this is the riser. Most of the foundry alloy shrink during solidification. So as a result of this volumetric shrinkage during solidification, voids are likely to form in the casting. So these voids needs the additional molten metal. So hence a reservoir of molten metal is to be maintained from which metal can flow radially into the casting when the need arises, and these reservoirs are called riser. And the main function of riser: partially vacuum leads to a shrinkage void. Metal and their alloys shrink as they cool and solidify. It creates a partially vacuum within the casting, and riser promote the directional solidification. A casting solidifying under the liquid metal pressure of riser is comparatively sound. And another advantage of riser is a riser permits the escape of air and mold gases as the mold cavity is being filled with the molten metal. So this is the detail about gating system. And this is a gating system, and all the components as we discussed: pouring cup, sprue base valve, runner, gate, riser. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more video and updates on mechanical topics and Anuniverse 22. You may like, share and comment. Thank you. Have a nice day.